Millionaire, millionaire, millionaire. We tend to see many of these headlines, mostly with familiar faces. Unfortunately, most of us only see the result of the labor of these people and never the whole process. Now trust me, if there's one thing all these people have in common is a well-made budget. Hi YouTube, it's Yashi, and in today's video I'm gonna show you how to create a budget to set yourself up for financial success in the future. But before we start, please slap the like and subscribe button to blast the YouTube algorithm and stay up to date with my latest releases. Please keep in mind, this is not financial advice. When it comes to budgeting and investing, always speak to a financial professional. So let's get started. Let's take a mathematical graph app like Excel, Pages if you have Mac, or in this case, a Google Sheet. And let's start with the first item, namely income. Let's take the average US income of people under 30, which is around 40,936 after tax, which becomes 3,411 a month. We're gonna add 3,411 as the income. Now we start subtracting. The first expense that I also told you about in the 50-30-20 rule is needs, namely all the expenses you need to live a life and survive. Now as you can see, I quickly finished it up. You see that I added a total under there, and I used some average numbers in some cases. I also used some numbers out of my own experience for a person who's renting a room, not a whole apartment. Also, the car payment, you will only see $150 because assume that the person doing a budget is responsible and got a cheap car with a very low payment. By the way, if you want to learn how to save a lot of money compared to the average $500 a month payment that the American pays on a car, you can watch my How to Buy a Car Cheaply guide right here. Number 2 is savings. Although in the 50-30-20 rule I told you that number 2 is wants, as savings is the only one that actually helps you become wealthy, we're gonna focus on this one first. So going back onto our budget template, we're gonna add savings as the header right here, and we're gonna add all the entries that are part of a savings account. So the safety net, which is 6 to 12 months of savings that you have for emergencies. We're gonna have our investments, if you're planning to have a retirement fund, 401k or a Roth IRA. We're gonna also add in paying off debt, like student loans or credit cards that you have. Of course, we're gonna get rid of those because those eat into your net worth. And then, although we already put in investments, we can also split investments into stocks, crypto, savings for rental, and much more. And the best way to invest in these is to actually automate them. So once you have a budget, you can set up recurring investments through many apps like Robinhood, M1 Finance, Coinbase, etc., etc. By the way, you can get a free stock or a free crypto if you open up a Coinbase or a Robinhood account with the link down in the description below and follow the instructions. Again, according to the 20% rule, 20% of 3,411 is around $680-670. So I took those 680, 674 in this case and divided them across the budget here. I put some into the safety net amount. It could be more, it could be less, depending on how open you are to risks. We have a little bit in Roth IRA, some in debt repayment, because many people are very likely to have some student loans or credit card debt. Stocks, crypto, just a little bit, because it's very risky, so we don't want to put everything in a very risky investment, just a little bit. And of course, savings for a potential rental property in the future. And last, of course, we have wants, and I marked them in red because these are basically unnecessary expenses, but still things we want to do. So I marked them in red. You can do it, but you don't have to. Here we have stuff like dining out during the month, clubbing and drinks, clothing, personal care, like haircuts, nails, you name it, gifts, and also saving for trips. Because although you might be wondering, yeah, but I'm saving money. Well, not really. You're saving money to spend it on something that will not help your net worth. So in this case, it's still a want, it's not a need, and it's not a saving. And again, I added up a couple of numbers here for a total of $1,000. I also added a couple of formulas here. We have again the income, we have the needs plus savings plus wants, the total 3,354. And then I made a little formula that shows the difference, which is income minus those three, and you'll see that we still have $57 remaining. Now in this case, this is exactly what I said in the 50-30-20 rule. If you have something remaining from needs or from wants, the best thing to do, instead of blowing them on a pair of Gucci loafers, is to just put them back into savings. Again, we have those $57. We can put them anywhere we want in the savings. I would simply put them into the safety net because that's the easiest choice for me to do right now. So instead of 200, we have 257. And if you do everything correctly, the difference between income and needs, wants, and savings should be 0. And that's how you do a budget. So just to quickly recap, we start with our income, we subtract our needs, we then subtract our savings, which has to be at least 20%, and then we subtract our wants. Whatever is remaining, if we want to be very responsible, we add back into our savings up to the point where income and your expenses and savings equal out. Now to the surprise, I will share this file that we just created in this video as a Google Doc in the description below. So if you need a template to create a budget, you can simply go down here, click it, download it, and just add in your numbers, and boom, you have your own budget done just like that. I hope this video gave you some good insights about budgeting. In my next video, I'm gonna show you how to do forecasts, so how to calculate how much savings you will have in 1 year, in 5 years, in 10 years, and how your investments might make you return or become a second source of income in the future. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. If you have some better budgets, please let me know about them. I might do a video about it. If you have any comment about how I can improve these videos for you to make it more comprehensible or give you more insights, let me know. It's all good feedback that I need. Thank you for watching. Ciao!